Good morning, everyone. I posted a picture of this on my Facebook page this morning. This is my old portable travel stele. I just ran across it because we're moving stuff around here. But anyways, just on very thick sort of cardstock thing, and it's I just sort of hand colored uh, a line drawing of the stele and just glued it on here and colored it with just colored pens and stuff. And on the back, I've got the back of the stele in a little tiny thing, but I've got the translation of both sides of the stele, or at least Crowley's version of the translation of the hieroglyphs uh, and paraphrase of the translation of the hieroglyphs on the back there. Now, I'm sure people who are into handwriting will recognize that my handwriting is that of a complete madman. But this is many years ago. But anyway, I've always packed it up in my suitcase, and wherever I'm staying at a hotel or wherever, I try to determine just generally which way is pointing towards Scotland for Boleskine House, and I tend to put that in my hotel room. So this little sucker's been around. I also found this from one of my trips to China. We went to a fishing village, and my hosts talked me into costuming up there on the top. I'm standing on an arched bridge. It's very picturesque, actually. But anyway, enough of that. We've got to get down to business because we're on Liber Samic once again. And we've gotten the section G, small g, the attainment. After this is point 3 of Crowley's original format for this thing. And we'll have to talk about how I'm going to handle that when we get there. But for the moment, we've gone all the way around the circle going horizontally. We've done the spirit going vertically and out. The fervor of the ceremony has caused astral dew to appear at the top of the cranium. The angel has taken the dew as a Eucharist, and in a sense, the attainment of the knowledge and conversation of the Holy Guardian Angel has been consummated. And at that point, the text of the ritual switches. At the first it said, thee I invoke, the bornless one. Thee, that's the truth. Thee who hates that evil should be wrought and everything else. But after the attainment, you turn it into the first person. So it's a general formula of evocation. You write a beautiful ceremony at first and say, oh God, I love you so much. You're so big. You're big, and you're all powerful and everything else, and you're all knowing and everything. You are the singularity. You are this. You are that. You causes the breath. You causes the wind. You causes the okay. But after the invocation is complete, the God is in you. That's what invocation means. You bring the God into yourself. And the last section of the formula of invocation is, I am so big. I make the wind blow. I do this. So we're at that point. The adept should have realized that his act of union with the angel implies 1. The death of his old mind, save insofar as his unconscious elements preserve its memory when they absorb it, and 2. The death of his unconscious elements themselves. But their death is rather a going forth to renew their life through love. He then, by conscious comprehension of them separately and together, becomes the angel of his angel. Would you like to hear that again? He then, by conscious comprehension of them separately and together, becomes the angel of his angel. As Hermes is the word of Zeus, whose own voice is thunder. Thus, in this section, the adept utters articulately, so far as words may, that his angel is to himself. He says this, with his skin Leica, wholly withdrawn into his physical body, constraining his angel to indwell his heart. Now, skin Leica is, I don't know if it's a German word or whatever, but remember we were told that this entire operation is done in the body of light. Okay, you astrally project into a body of light, and the body of light does this ritual. I believe that Crowley is referring to that body of light with his reference to the skin Leica. He says this with his skin Leica wholly withdrawn into his physical body, constraining his angel to indwell his heart. Okay, so this is how I am imagining it anyway. After this entire ceremony, which you do multiple times a day for 11 months, you withdraw your body of light that you've done that into your physical body. And the angel who you now have communion with, you confine it or withdraw it into your own heart. So skin Leica into your body, the angel into your heart. Here's now the text. I am he. I am he, the bornless spirit, having sight in the feet, strong and immortal fire. Crowley says, I am he asserts the destruction of the sense of separateness between self and self. It affirms existence, but of the third person only. The bornless spirit is free of all space, having sight in the feet, that they may choose their own path. Strong is in Hebrew GBR, Gimel Bet Resh, the magician escorted by the sun and the moon. See Liber 1 and Liber D and Liber 777. The immortal fire is the creative self. Impersonal energy cannot perish, no matter what form it assumes. Combustion is love. So that was a comment on I am he, the bornless spirit, having sight in the feet, strong and immortal fire. Number 2. I am he, the truth. Truth is a necessary relation of any two things. Therefore, although it implies duality, it enables us to conceive of two things as being one thing, such that it demands to be defined by complementals. Thus, an hyperbola is a simple idea, but its construction extracts two curves. Part 3. I am he who hate that evil should be wrought in the world. The angel, as the adept knows him, is a being in Tiferet, which obscures Kether. The adept is not officially aware of the higher Sephiroth. He's not officially aware of the higher Sephiroth. He can only perceive, like the ipsissimus, that all things soever are equally illusion and equally absolute. He is in Tiferet, whose office is redemption, and he deplores the events which have caused the apparent sorrow from which he has just escaped. He is also aware, even in the height of his ecstasy, of the limits and defects of his attainment. Number 4. I am he that lighteneth and thundereth. This refers to the phenomena which accompanies his attainment. 5. I am he in whom is the shower of life of earth. This means the recognition of the angel as the true self of his unconscious self, the hidden life of his physical life. I wish he would have told us that right out front when we're discussing the Holy, well, what's the Holy Guardian Angel? Wouldn't it have been nice if he would have said, well, to start with, it means the recognition that the angel, as the true self of his unconscious self, the hidden life of the physical life. I am he whose mouth ever flameth. The adept realizes that every breath, every word of his angel is charged with creative fire. Tiferet is the sun, and the angel is the spiritual sun, the soul of the adept. 7. I am he, the begetter and manifester unto light, unto the light. Here is summed the entire process of bringing the conditioned universe to knowledge of itself through the formula of generation. A soul implants itself in a sense hoodwinked body and reason-fettered mind, makes them aware of their makes them aware of their inmate, and thus to partake in its own consciousness of light. I'll say that again. I am he, the begetter and manifester unto the light. Here is summed the entire process of bringing the conditioned universe to knowledge of itself through the formula of generation. A soul implants itself in sense hoodwinked body and reason fettered mind, makes them aware of their inmate, and thus to partake of its own consciousness of the light. Number 8. I am he, the grace of the worlds. Grace here has its proper sense of pleasantness. The existence of the angel is the justification of the device of creation. 9. The heart girt with serpent is my name. This line must be studied in the light of Liber 65. That's a holy book of Thelema. It's awesome. It's wonderful. Liber in the Equinox number volume 11, which is the blue equinox. Okay. I know that's a little short for today, but it is probably the most or the least inconvenient place for us to stop. Tomorrow we'll pick up section 8. Well, hang on just a second. No, actually, let's just go on. It's only a couple more minutes. So that was the attainment. So here's the charge to the spirit. This recapitulation demands the going forth together of the adept and his angel to do their pleasure on the earth among the living. Come thou forth and follow me, and make all spirits subject unto me, so that every spirit of the firmament and of the aether, upon the earth and under the earth, on dry land or in the water, of whirling air or of rushing fire, and every spell and scourge of God may be obedient unto me. Two more so-called barbarous words. The proclamation of the beast 666. Iao Sabao. Such are the words. The beast 666, having devised the present method of using this ritual, having proved it by his own practice to be of infallible puissance when properly performed, and now having written it down for the world, it shall be an ornament for the adept who adopts it to cry hail to his name at the end of this work. This shall moreover encourage him in magic to recall that indeed there was one who attained by its use the knowledge and conversation of his holy guardian angel, the which forsook him no more, but made him a magus, the word of the aeon of Horus. For know this, that the name Iao, in its most secret and mighty sense, declareth the formula of the magic of the beast, whereby he wrought many wonders. And because he doth will that the whole world shall attain to this art, he now hideth it herein, so that the worthy may win to his wisdom. Let the I and the F, or the I and the O, face all, yet ward their A from attack. So I, A, O. The A's in the middle, and the I and the Greek F or O sandwich it in between and guard it from attack. The hermit, I. The fool, to foes, A. The hierophant, to friends, O. 9 by nature, not by attainment, 5 by function, in speech, swift, subtle, and secret, in thought, creative, unbiased, unbounded, in act, gentle, patient, and persistent. Hermes to hear, Dionysus to touch, Pan to behold. A virgin, a babe, and a beast. That's A. A liar, an idiot, and a master of men. A kiss, a guffaw, and a bellow. He that has ears to hear, let him hear. Take 10 that be 1, and 1 that is 1 in 3, to conceal them in 6. The wand to all cups, and thy disc to all swords. But betray not thine egg. Moreover, also is Iao verily 666 by virtue of number, and this is a mystery of mysteries. Who knoweth it? He is adept of adept, and mighty among magicians. So that's his comments on Ealf. Second word was Sabaoth, or Sabaoth, S-A-B-A-F, or O. Now this word Sabaoth, being by number 70 is the name of Oyen, the eye, and the devil, our Lord, and the goat of Mendes. He is the Lord of the Sabbath of the adepts, and is Satan. Therefore also the sun, whose number of magic is 666, and his seal, and the seal of his servant, the beast. The beast is also the third Sephra, or the second Sephra Hokmah, which is comparable to Shiva, to Bina's Shakti. Crowley was being sued, or no, actually he came to the defense of his friend Jones in a court case, and Crowley was on the stand and had to testify. And of course, the opposing party wanted to just trash Crowley's reputation, and the lawyer, the judge, asked one of them, says, "Is it true that you call yourself the Master Therian?" Yes. What does Therian mean? He says, "Great wild beast." He says, "Is it true that you call yourself 666? He said, "Yes." Well, what does 666 indicate? Or something like that. And Crowley says, "It merely means the sun. So you can call me Little Sunshine." Okay, back to Sabao. But again, SA is 61, or Ain, the knot of Nuit. BA means to go. For Hadit and F is their son, the son who is Rahur Kuit. So then let the adept set up his sigil upon all the words he hath writ in the book of the works of his will, and let him then end all by saying, "Such are the words." For by this he maketh proclamation before all of them that be about his circle, that these words are true and puissant, binding what he would bind, and loosing what he would loose. Let the adept perform this ritual aright, perfect in every part thereof, once daily for 1 moon, then twice at dawn and dusk for 2 moons, next thrice, noon added, for 3 moons, afterwards add midnight, making his course for 4 more moons, 4 times every day. Then let the 11th moon be consecrated wholly to this work. Let him be in instant and continual ardor, dismissing all but his sheer needs to eat and sleep. For know that the true formula, whose virtue sufficeth the beast in this attainment, was thus: invoke often. So may all men come at last to the knowledge and conversation of the holy guardian angel. Thus saith the beast, and prayeth his own angel, that this book be as a burning lamp, and as a living spirit for light and life to them that read therein. And that's the sign 666. And that's the end of point 2. And point 3, which we'll talk about tomorrow, because it is just purely from a Crowley book. It's almost, I won't say unnecessary, but almost cumbersomely kind of inappropriate for reading, like a morning reading thing. And I really would like to move on to chapter 9, the solar rites, and Thelemic mysticism, and the other chapters in the book, because we have spent a great deal of time on Liber Samic. But anyway, we'll talk about that section tomorrow and see how I feel about it then. Until then, continue and have a great week, everyone. Continue to be good to yourself and be good to each other. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law, love under will.